Good morning, everyone. Shay's Creations here. I'm exhausted. When I tell you I'm exhausted, I'm really exhausted. Oh, it is 1 a.m. and I am finally sitting at my desk. I had company today all day, and it was a long, long day. I am not used to having company like all day, but it was a long day. But I'm going to tell you something, and you're going to laugh. And maybe you're not going to laugh, but I might laugh because it's funny. But I got a surprise visit today. My boyfriend came. And honey, when I tell you how good that steak was that man made, and I didn't know he was coming until about maybe 10 minutes before he arrived. But I took that steak out that freezer. I'm like, you cooking this, and it was delicious. It was delicious. But I never knew anyone to put honey in corn. He put honey in the corn and simmered it on low, and I'm like, wow, it was delicious. I stopped eating corn for a long time because of carbs or whatever. I don't know what I hear, but corn is my favorite food. Oh, wow, I'm so tired. Mm. And no, I'm not going to sleep. During my one visit, oh, I had three visits. My daughter came. My daughter came too, but it is 1 a.m. So I'm used to saying today, but I mean tomorrow. Anyway, there's a notice on the door. Our lights are going to be turned off in the entire building in 2 days, in one day, basically tomorrow. Not when I wake up tomorrow, but the next day. Something about the building. Something about the lights and 2022 or whatever the case may be. So a neighbor came upstairs a little paranoid, and she called like the congressman or whoever the man was, and I got his details, whatever. He wants me to send him a copy of the letter that was on the door, and I said I would send it, but I'm only sending it if they turn the lights off. I'm not going to jump and do all of this, until the lights go off. But this this lady said, this lady said, if they cut the building lights off, she's gonna fall down the stairs on purpose. Ooh, boys and girls. She said she's gonna go in the hallway and fall down the stairs on purpose. She's gonna land on her head so she can sue. Ooh, boys and girls. But I said, oh no, I can't be hearing this. So um then she was like, girl, what are we gonna do? So I'm sitting here like, wow, this is a we thing now. So I said, I don't want to play in the sandbox, but I didn't want to say so much. But I said, well, girl, I'm going to fall down the stairs with you, but you go down yours first. I said, you go down yours first. And don't let me know when you go down yours, because I'm going to go down on mine. Oh, and then she said, I'm gonna make sure I fall down on my head because I'm giving me a big lawsuit. Ah! Oh wow! So I said, girl, I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna make sure I don't land on my knee because I don't want to get my knee ache. Oh wow! What people do for money, right? Ooh, I was like, oh no, I can't be hearing this. And then um my phone rang shortly after, and it was a mutual friend, someone who also is friends with her, but she doesn't know that the person's friends with me. So I was laughing and laughing and laughing. I was laughing hysterically, and then he's like, just waiting. So then I told him what happened, and he was like, oh wow, so I'm laughing. So then he said, I don't even know why you talk to her, because talking to her is like talking in air. So I said, I just can't believe somebody would fall down concrete steps on purpose for a lawsuit. I said to her, I said, you do know that, you might come away from that with something that's a lifelong injury. She was like, really? I said, you will get like you get a few million with that though. I'm gonna make sure I hit my head. I'm gonna make sure I hit my head. I said, oh, oh wow. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Ooh. But you know what? I don't care what money situation I am in. I am never going to fall down on purpose. Hell no, not me. Mm-mm. But I'm laughing. I'm laughing so much that that my eyes are starting to water, and I'm already tired. But no, 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 not me. But oof, Lord have mercy. Ooh, boys and girls, my legs are burning. My legs, my legs are burning. But let me tell you what happened to me today. Um, my neighbor came, and ooh, good grief. I was laughing so hard I had tears all in my eyes. My neighbor came and she wanted to sell greeting cards. I'm like, I thought that was absolutely amazing. And she was like, I want to be able to charge my own price and all that. I'm like, well, that's not a problem with me. So because she came and I wasn't sitting down, I was, up and everything doing all, I sat down, I printed out about 80 cards a couple of days ago. And would you believe I chopped all those cards while we were sitting down talking today? So all I have to do now is just put them inside the liners. I was thinking maybe I was going to layer them up, whatever, but I said maybe I'll leave it like that. But I did get upset at one thing with her, and then I got upset about another thing, and then she ended up making me completely break down and cry because I was getting emotional because I was in my home. So she wants two tote bags from me, but she chose the bags that I put all the glitter and the extra little gems and all that on it. And then she went as far as to say she wanted a certain price for the bag. So I had no issue with any of that. My issue was the way she spoke to me, and I asked her. I said, I'm going to ask you to please speak to me with decency. I said, because I'm not in the street. So you know how a person gets like, I don't know if the word is indignant, and they start talking with that vulgar stuff from outside there. So then she was like, um, she wanted the two bags. Now when she saw the bags on the table, I had already ironed them up, and I was doing the glitter, and I was editing them and then things like that. So she said, oh, I want these two bags, and she was all excited about the bags and everything. And then when she started telling me the price, I had no issue with any of that. That's not even an issue for me. The issue was how she came at me as if she was able to walk in Walmart and do that. So I said to her, I said, you know what I want you to do? I want you and I to go to Walmart, or Amazon's physical store, maybe even Target for that matter, about 5 times. And then I want you to go in there with me on the sixth event and say to them, well, I shopped out of your store, so and so. I want you to give me this for this. And see if she was like, well, I can't do that because I'm not, but I'm here and I'm in your house. And that's when I let her know. I said, see, you make it about where I am instead of making it about what I'm trying to do and where I'm trying to go. So she was like, but I'm just saying, they all cheap. They're not even leather bags. And then she went there. So then I almost jumped across the table, but I said, no, you're not going to take me into the sandbox. So I said to her, I said, well, I'm going to let you know something. I'm not going to stand here and I'm not playing in the sandbox with you. I said, but what you did just now was very disrespectful. And I said, I'm not going to tolerate that. And then I had to explain to her, I said, I really and truly don't rock with people as it is. And you see that. If you come into this space where I am being very positive and you turn me into negative, I'm going to have to end it. I said, I'm not sure if you noticed it or not, but my phone doesn't ring. It hasn't rang since you've been here. I done parted ways with a lot of people. I'm not going to have that in my airspace. So she was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I said, no, 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 you did mean it. And I also need you to understand a pet peeve of mine, making excuses for behavior that you have full control over. I said, now it's one thing if you want this for this and you want to say this. I said, that is all fine and well. I said, but you know something? I have a tendency of thinking about other people more than I think about myself, but I have to stop. I have to stop saying yes and start saying no. I said, because I know exactly what I'm putting into whatever it is you standing here trying to word me down for, and to make me feel as if I'm valued less is not acceptable, not acceptable at all. So then she got upset and she was like, I'm not saying that, but you're not listening to me. I'm just telling you, if I'm coming to you and I want some cards and then I want this and I want this, I'm gonna help you with this. You could at least, I said, let me ask you something. Stop for a minute and ask yourself. I said, oh, just answer. When you came here the last time you asked for a bag, what did I tell you? And then she said, you told me $6. No, and I said, did I tell you $7? She said, no, you told me $6. See, you lying, you wrong. And she tried to argue me down that I did not say seven, I said six. So I said, well, you know what? I apologize. I lied. I made a mistake. I forgot. But if you don't realize what you just said, I don't know what to tell you. I said, but thank you very much, and I appreciate your honesty. And I said, well, I'm done with that now. But she kept going on, and she wanted to know what it was. And then I couldn't believe that she would try to make me feel less than, in my own home. So I had to let her know I'm not going to stand for that at all. I said, absolutely, I'm not going to stand for that. You know what I'm saying? So then she went as far as choosing the cards she wanted to take and everything. And I told her, I said, I just need you to know what your budget is. I said, we can go from there. So she picked up all of the best of my cards and stuff. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but you're not leaving here with those cards. You're not leaving here with those cards. And she was like, but those are the ones. No, because I already know what you're going to do. Now, I don't know how to say it, but this woman has a lot of money, and I don't care about anybody's money or whatever, or how you make it. That's not my business. But what is my business is to come here and try to make me feel. I broke down and started crying, and she was like, "Please don't cry, please." And I'm like, "You just don't understand what you did to me." I said, "You cannot do that to a person who's trying their best to come away from a lifestyle that they're living in." I said, "You don't see me in here trying to just stay in this situation. I'm trying to get out of this situation." So, and I was angry for another reason because she took me completely away from the computer, but I'm going to try to let that type of stuff go because I'm past that and everything. The bags are right here on my couch. They did not leave the house, so there goes that. Then I come on the computer and find out that I had 48 visitors to my online store, and they all searched in Shays_creations. If that is not telling you how happy I am, nothing will. And guess what? Every last one of them came searching for the tote bags. Boom! So I said, okay, it's a matter of time. So there goes that. Mm-mm, mm-mm, from mm, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. I am, my legs are on fire. My legs are on fire. But I have to say, I had a really nice day. Now, I can't really say too much, but I have to take a 5-hour ride in a few days. Um, I believe someone is taking advantage of me. I'm trying to stay on the kind and decent side. Just go pick up my stuff in kindness. Thank you, and part ways. But I actually called message Coro to see if she can call me before the night is over because I'm trying to stay in a decent state of mind because karma is real, and I don't want to sit down and listen to this reverend speak and all this other stuff and then turn around and find myself in a vengeful state of mind where I feel like I got to pay somebody back for maybe doing me wrong and leaning on the side of revenge. So I said no, I don't want to do that. I feel like actually putting some funds in the lady's account and let her just go to the post office and mail me my stuff. But I said I'm not going to do that because I got way more than what she's going to put in the mail, and I have no control over what the postage is if I'm not mailing it. So I'm not going to do that. I asked someone this evening when he would be able to drive me, because he said he would drive me, so I'm just gonna let him drive me. My daughter offered to drive me today, but I told my daughter we are not riding in no car together for 5 hours there and 5 hours back. That's 10 hours, honey. She said, yes, we can. All you have to do is take a sleeping pill. Me in the car with you in a sleeping pill with your feet like the gas pedal. Not I. Mm-mm. Not I. But I'm hoping the lights do not get turned off, because Amazon had the beef the lowest I could find anywhere. So I got 5 big things, 5 3-pound things of beef this evening. So I'm like, please don't turn the lights out. But the girl, like I told you, she was all nervous and carrying on. And I told her before she even called the man, I said, "What are you all upset for?" I said, "Do you realize when them lights go out in that building, in that lawsuit, in that thing, you're gonna have a lawsuit just for that?" I said, "Why would you even get upset about the lights?" I said, "They're not gonna turn your lights off in your house. You don't have to leave the building if you don't have to. It is what it is." I said, "You should be concerned about your lights inside your actual apartment being turned off." She was like, "Well, who's walking up 11 and 12 13 flights of stairs?" I said, "First of all, you don't have to leave your house, and you know you don't have to leave your house." I said, "Stop creating problems that you have, some type of control for." And I said, "I don't mean any harm, no ill will. If that's what you want to be thinking, that's fine. Just don't come here with it." I said, "Don't. I'm not trying to borrow your problems." So she's talking about, is that what I'm doing? Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing, because I know they're not turning these lights off, and I'm not going no further than taking my garbage out. If I hit my head taking the garbage out, that's a whole different story. But I'm not leaving my apartment if the lights go off out there in the hallway. No, not I. I'm a scaredy. I'm a scaredy cat. Not I barely want to be outside the dark. In the hallway, the lobby. No. Mm-mm. And then she's like, "But you know where we live?" She's like, "You know where we live? Those people gonna come in the building. They're gonna try to come in our apartment." I'm like, "Oh no." Now y'all already know I'm a little on the paranoid side, but I'm not going to reach that far. Please. I wish I would. The lights be turned off and I hear that door open up and it's not who is supposed to be coming through that door. Are you seriously telling me I'm not going to defend myself first? You better be real brave and thinking twice before you try to come up in this apartment. In this apartment here, boy, because you got somebody that's going to defend herself. And if you got a gun, you're going to have to pull the trigger. Best believe it. You're going to have to pull the trigger. I had a gun put to my head before and still grabbed, boing, bang, both skulls together. And yes, I had a gun to my head. And boing, boing, boom, both of them. Did he pull the trigger? No, but he should have, because by the time I took the 2 girls' heads, boom, right together. What? Please. Child, please. They already said I was crazy. Ah! I felt so bad because I didn't go see my mother today, and I'm not going to see my mother, period. So I already know that. Somebody tried to get me to go to the hospital, and I'm like, you just don't understand where my mind is right now. But I did contact a pastor at a church and asked if I could come in for a meeting. I'm having a little bit of issues, and I don't know. I'm not going to discuss those issues here because basically they're religious issues. I'm watching these things. I'm learning about the Bible. I'm reading this, and then my mind is telling me this. And then, when you believe one thing, you see one thing, and it's just a confusing thing. But I know what got me through the struggle I've been through, that I've been dealing with, which seems like it's trying to come back. And it was the fact that I started watching preaching sermons, church sermons, and listening to music and stuff like that. So I want to stay where I know I have something that makes me feel a little better, and that's just that. But I'm looking at, I'll give you an example of one of the things that make me feel the way I feel. When we were talking today, she told me that someone had a large amount of money put into their account, and it wasn't their money, and they kept the money. And I got a little emotional when I heard that, because in my mind, that's theft. In my mind, that's theft. That's a violation of somebody's money. So I don't know what was wrong with me at the time, but it felt as if it was me that someone had did that to. And that's the problem that I'm having. That's one of the problems that I'm having. It's not my situation. It's not my problem, but it felt like someone had did it to me. And then I started getting emotional and I started to cry and stuff. She was like looking at me. She was like, "Man, that's crazy. That's weird." And that weird word would get somebody really messed up around me because it's being used in a wrong format, if that's how you say it. I'm not sure, but I know it's part of the new word and the in style word, but it's so disgusting how people are using the word because it's used in a wrong way. And then I said to her, see, I said, see, this is what I can't have around me. This is what I can't have around me. So she was like, well, you judging me, and the Bible says you're not supposed. And that's another thing. I said, I don't need you preaching the Bible to me. I said, because I don't even know the Bible. I said, I'm just now getting into where I'm getting into. So I said, but what you're telling me is you're always in church. It's always all about this and this and this, and then you telling me that somebody stick money in your account, you would keep it. I said, so you're telling me that's premeditated theft because you knew it was going to come, or you possibly knew it was going to come, and you're going to keep it. So do you know what you're trying to tell me that you are? I said, I can't have that kind of stuff around me. So she kept saying I was judging her, and I don't really know what judging a person is, but I do know if you're sitting in my home around me telling me that if someone dropped money in your account by the bank making an error that you would keep it, I can't have you around me in here because I know what you would do if I turned my back and accidentally dropped $100 bill. And that's exactly what I told her. And she was like, and that's because she would keep it. But I'm gonna tell you a situation that made me cry also, while she was here. I had a friend. I blocked the person already. I have no contact with the person, and the person, on occasion or two, have watched my videos. So if that happens and he comments, then I'm just gonna say, at least I told the truth. Anyway, he lost his cell phone one day or a couple of days, whatever, and he was in a check cashing place, and someone was walking out and dropped $100 bill. He saw the person drop the $100 bill. He let the person continue walking. He picked up the money and he took it, and he went to the store and he bought a cell phone. And at some point, a little bit ways down, something bad happened to said person. Uh, and in my mind, I was devastated to hear that he took the money, but how happy he was that he got it. And the word found was used, but the word found was used in a wrong text format again in my mind, because you didn't find something that someone just happened to drop. You witnessed something happen. You witnessed an event of someone dropping their money. You didn't find that money. It wasn't like the $100 bill was laying on the floor outside the cash place, whatever, and no one was there. So I think that's the problem that I'm having, because I'm seeing one way and I'm hearing another, and then you're trying to convince me that the way I'm seeing is one way and I'm hearing is a different way, when I'm hearing exactly what it is, but you're using a different word to say. And then she kept saying she's flawed. She it would be a mistake and she would mean it, but it was just that she would keep it. You're making excuses for bad behavior that you know ahead of time is wrong. So that's a choice you made. Now, I promise you, I'm not perfect by all means, because there's a time or two that I've done something I shouldn't do. And right now, I'm in a situation that I wish I wasn't in. But when I got into it, I didn't know of the situation, and it is also another thing that has been weighing on my mind. But sometimes when you in something already and then you learn something, it's a different story when your feelings already involved. But to walk past someone, behind someone and watch them drop $100 bill and pick that, nah, sir, that's your character. Huh? That's your character. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. Yeah. And you know when they say, when you sit around, like I explained to her, you can't sit around people and speak like that, because while you're speaking like that, people are forming an opinion about you. And if you want someone to see you the way you want to be seen, dressed up like this and walking with your head held high, then that's the way you need to be. Because it's hard to look somebody in their face and tell them that you would blatantly steal knowing that it wasn't yours. No. I'm going to tell you something that happened to someone. And when I found out, I was like, oh, no. And I guess I am a scaredy cat, and I guess I am dumb, but it is what it is. Someone went to the bank. A few people went to the bank on this specific day. Well, I'm not going to say, not me. I just realized what I was going to do. Tina! You know what I was going to do. I ain't stick my foot in that one. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But someone came here a few years ago, and I believe the person took my debit card and did an illegal behavior at a bank. I had to go into the bank and had to do everything. So I am almost 100% positive that the person did it. And recently I called the police department and I asked them, I said, I do believe I know who did whatever it is. I'm almost 110% positive. I said, but at the bank I had to sign papers that it wasn't me, that I didn't know. I said, if I was to go to the bank now and tell them I do believe I know who did it, would I be in any type of possibility of going to prison because I signed papers and said I didn't know? Because God knows, to tell you the truth, I didn't know. She said, well, why would they put you in jail for something you didn't do? I said, thank you very much, miss. Have a wonderful day. Yeah, that was a police officer said it to me. You know how many people sit in jail now for something they didn't do? I said, let me stay home and mind my business. But I kid you not, I actually wanted to go to the bank because the person took advantage of me in a way that I would never have expected. And I do believe, I have no proof, but I do believe the person did what they did. I don't think I would ever be wrong, but I have no way of proving it. I have no way of proving it. In case you're wondering if this is regular bread, no, it's hardo bread, and it is delicious. I had 2 slices of bread for dinner. I actually had steak for lunch and 2 slices of bread for dinner. It is now 1:34 a.m. I'm going to go to bed about 6 a.m. I will have something with protein in it before I go to bed. I had no other choice. I had to make some coffee today. Today would have been the 6th day without coffee. But my boyfriend came in and he was like, could you do me a favor? And I'm like, you want water? I said, coffee. Yes, please, if you don't mind. Wow. You know I had to make me a coffee after smelling the daggone coffee. But I boiled about 6 tea bags. Lemon and ginger, 2. Green tea, 2. And 2 bags of moringa tea. I boiled that and I made a tea. But you know what happened to me today? He like regular sugar. And he always makes it a point of duty to say, like sugar. Because that means he doesn't want any sweet packets in his thing. So today I just said, would you like some water, some tea? He said, sure. So I gave him some tea. I gave him a teeny bit to let him taste it. I always give people a little teeny bit because I'm not trying to give you no glass. You sip out of it and you don't want it because I'm not gonna keep it from there. So I gave him a little bit. He said, I like that. So then I went and I got him a big thing and he drank it. And he said, I like that. So I went and got him another one. I said, you know that has my sugar in it, right? He said, I kind of thought that, but I like that. That tastes good. I was drinking. I said, we're going to get away from that real sugar. So guess what? I just did my order on Amazon. Guess who didn't put any sugar in there? Me. I put my sweet packets in there. Yep. He even likes this sugar-free soda. He likes this sugar-free soda. He said, I can't believe I like that. I said, yep. And he said, well, I came down a few pounds. Yeah, I bet you will come down a few pounds messing around with me in here. We don't be eating no three meal. What's that? Three parts a meal? What you call that? The corn, the carb, and the meat or whatever? Huh? Nope. Mm-mm. Mm. Amazon's pasta shells are $1.09. I think I got 5 boxes. I cannot find those prices anywhere. And oh my goodness, I wanted to go to the store and get the pasta, but I went to the store yesterday trying to get my carrots and some 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 oranges, some I was gonna try bananas. That's like a poison to me. Ooh, I can't stand bananas, but I was gonna try. But when I looked at them, I said, "Ooh, I can't put that in my cart. Ooh, I can't even peel a banana in here. You can't even eat a banana in here. Oh no, that is gross. Who in the world? Ooh, banana is gross. I can eat banana cookies and banana nut bread and probably banana pudding, but not the actually pudding part, but the cookie. Mm-mm. No. But guess what I did, boys and girls? I want a snack, but I really don't want to be putting in all of those Hostess and Twinkies. That is death, boys and girls, for me. Not for you. What you eat is your business. But I went to ChatGPT and I took the back of some cookies for babies, and I asked, about the health and everything, and it was good. It was good cookies, so I ended up purchasing, I'm not sure, but I think 2 bags of cookies for myself, and they're baby cookies. And the reason why I decided to do that was because I know when I had my surgery, I had to go on baby food. So I saw a video a couple of days ago. This woman was eating a snack, and you know what it was? Baby. Yep. So when you first have the gastric sleeve and all that other stuff, I don't know the sleeve, the bypass, they put you on baby food. So the calories and all that stuff. So I said, you know what? I like the applesauce. I'm gonna check the back of the applesauce for my type of applesauce, regular applesauce, and I'm gonna check the applesauce for the babies, and whichever has the lowest amount of calories, I'm gonna get. My godson and I was in a store yesterday, and we wanted some ice cream. The ice cream was 16 grams of sugar, and I liked it. I liked that, but I really and truly was trying to find ice cream with a little less sugar in it than that. And he was like, he wanted some cookies and cream. So I said, are you gonna cry because you're not getting that ice cream? And then he was like, no. I said, okay, I'm not buying you ice cream with that kind of sugar in it. I refuse. I'm so sorry. I said, now, if you want to find another snack, find something with a sugar less than 16 grams. And I said, less than 16 grams. And he said, okay. I said, and I am absolutely so blessed that I could take that boy in the supermarket somewhere and I could say, well, we're not getting this, and I can say why, and he understands. Oh, I'm so thankful. So thankful. So maybe I'm not sure if he's coming tomorrow. We may ride to Aldi because he likes Lidl, but or however you pronounce it. And I really want to see if I can get some chicken wings. Lidl has no chicken, only chicken breasts, and everyone seems to be leaving it on the counter on the shelf. Amazon has no eggs. The only eggs they had was powdered eggs, I think it was, a bag of eggs, and then they had some boiled eggs. But even those eggs, $6 for 6 boiled eggs. Does anybody need eggs that bad? Not I. Mm-mm. When I was in the store a couple of days ago, this lady paid $10 for a dozen of eggs, and at the time before that, the lady paid $14.99 for a dozen eggs. I don't know what eggs would be used for in here, but I will never need eggs enough to pay $15 for a dozen eggs. Now, what I am going to do tomorrow when one of those big things of pounds of meat come, I'm going to cook the entire package, and I'm going to put onions, green peppers, everything in it, and cook the whole bag and put it in a Ziploc bag like I did before, put it in the refrigerator, and every night when I take my medicine, or every morning when I take my medicine, I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of beef and put it in a bowl, and that's what I'm going to eat before I go to bed. And I noticed it helps me tremendously when I eat the bowl, a small bowl with about 2 or 3 tablespoons of ground beef, or if I eat 2 tablespoons of peanut butter before I go to sleep. And I kid you not, this morning when I was in here after I got out the shower and I'm walking around and I'm looking at my stomach, I'm like, wow, my stomach is. But the thing is, my stomach is getting flat from the top to the bottom. Now let me tell you something. When I start drinking all day, because I drink green tea all day, when I start drinking all day, the top of my stomach go whoop like that. So I have to really look at myself before I have anything put inside my stomach, and then I could see. And today was the first time that I actually walked around in a t-shirt and my underwears, and all I kept no, actually before I put my t-shirt on, I had on my bra because I had taken my shower, and I kept seeing him just looking and just looking and just looking, and I noticed he was looking at my stomach, so I'm very happy about that, but. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm doing to make my stomach the way it is. I didn't know it was gonna make my stomach. It was gonna help me with my stomach, but I'm gonna show you. And the only reason why I'm gonna show you is because I have to do it before I go to bed. But my legs are starting to feel better now because first of all I backed up away from the computer and I'm not like that. So my legs are my legs are stretched out actually as well. So my legs start the burning has gone away and they're feeling really nice. And my hands are so smooth, boys and girls, because I have been putting my hands in less water. What I'm actually doing now, I put a basin in my kitchen sink. I filled it up with some water, and I'm leaving my dishes in there for a couple of hours. Like my doctor said, try to wash my dishes a little less often than I do. When I cooked yesterday, I didn't wash the dishes right after I finished eating. I did wash the dishes I was using as I was cooking. You know, wash as you go. It's a habit. So when I was finished, I put the dishes in the sink, and right before I was about to call it a night, maybe around 5 o'clock in the morning, I washed up all the dishes. But my hands, I don't have no lotion on my hands, and the cracking and the rough and the skin peeling, everything has gone away. Plus, I'm not gonna say it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought this vitamin E, and I put the vitamin E on my legs and my arms and everything, and I noticed that even my legs are much smoother than what they were, except that only thing is that they keep getting ashy, like I'm in somewhere kicking flour. You know what they say in Jamaica. You know, look like you've been kicking flour. So I'm happy about that. I haven't had any neuropathy in my feet. I haven't had any dropping of the pots or anything with the arthritis. I haven't had any of that stuff. Oh man, I wish, but I was a little disturbed because someone saw my ashwagandha bottles in the bathroom and was like, what is that for? You know, you've been in that bathroom long enough to see what that was, but you know, I took every last one out of that bathroom, right? So I took it. You know, I was gonna ask for one. Not that. That one has the sea moss, black seed oil, burdock root. The whole kit is in there, so I'm not giving that bottle away. The other one, you know, you might have got that one. No, I'm not getting. Nope. I did leave one ashwagandha in there, so if you want that, take that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. No, but I am thankful. I don't know what I did on my YouTube channel. I can barely find 20 views on my videos, but I'm gonna tell you the God's honest truth. I love my channel and I'm gonna do my channel regardless. So I said, thank you, Jesus. I'm not in this for the money, because if I was, I would be sitting here pulling my hair out. Boom! Pulling my hair out. But Tina, I saw a video of yours on TV. I don't have option, I don't believe, to comment through the TV, and I have been sitting on this computer trying to figure out a few things. Oh, I saw my phone moving. I'm like, wait a minute, is the building shaking? It was me. My chair moved up to the thing over there. Oh, wait a minute. Does anybody see my little wagon? Look, I did my grocery shopping the other day, and I purchased this from Temu, and this is not the little one that you might think was that I said I was gonna take back. This is actually the larger one. I think it's 450 pounds. So I put it in here, and you know what? I was gonna fold it back down, but I gotta put it by the door because I believe I'm leaving tomorrow. So there goes that. But I showed my friend my skirt that I'm wearing for Easter, and she loves the skirt. I told her, I said, we have to go to the Salvation Army together, girl. So she went to the Salvation Army a few weeks ago, and she said she found a few nice little items and stuff like that. But honey, when I tell you, people are really changing. Did you hear Victoria's Secret is closing their stores? I think J. Crew is another one. Um, right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't get it out. They got very thin clothes. They're in the mall, and for some reason, they got basically clothes that like Temu would have, the thin ones, and people made that store much popular than it should be, because even their little pleather jackets are like you can't even light a match near it. If you even near it, it's gonna melt. I forgot the name of that store, but they're closing down as well. But I'm not gonna tell you no lies. I don't like this no spend stuff, because this no spend stuff is gonna put a lot of people's stores out of business, which means people's jobs at stake. And I'm not talking about no spend for the people that have an issue where they don't know how to pay their credit cards and all that stuff. That's just plain old not even being able to use common sense when you use the credit card and you're not trying to pay the bill. That's all that falls down under. There's no way to say it other than the truth. I'm talking about the fact that people are actually trying to jump on the bandwagon and don't spend anything, where you keeping it all and keeping it all and keeping it all and keeping it all and keeping it all. Because absolutely, at some point, even your family members are going to be out without a job. Somebody's job is at stake with no shopping. Now, I tell you what I do notice in Lidl, whatever, mad people are not using self checkout. And in Lidl, they only have one cashier, and not one cashier over by those machines. And the other day, the line was so long, and the lady kept on saying, the machine isn't there. You can use the machines, and everyone looked at her like they were crazy. So I said to her, "Don't you see people trying to let you keep your job?" And then she looked at me, and I said, "Just ring them up like you're supposed to. They're trying to help you keep your job." So she started ringing them up, and she shut her big fat trap. Yep. And I know someone that goes into Five Below. Five Below has the thing. She walk out there with her lot of things, honey, and she don't pay for her lot of things, huh? Not all of her lot of things, uh-huh. Mm-mm. I stopped going to stores with people who have that kind of behavior. Cause I'm sorry, honey. They pull me over. I'm singing like a canary, like a canary. I remember one person, I did some foul behavior, and I didn't know it was going to happen. As soon as I came home, I called 911, and then I actually went back to the store and pulled out a piece of paper and pen, honey, and I wrote it down. You're not gonna get me hemmed up in a shoplifter. Mm-mm. Not me. Now, if I accidentally walk out with a bag of chips I was eating or something, you believe me, I didn't do that on purpose. But I'm not going to nobody's store, sitting out there leaving out there with a shopping cart of goods, and I got a pack of cookies I stuck in my pocket. No, I'm not gonna do that. I can't do that. That is just that's not even petty loss. That's you know what they say? Woo! Yep. Mhm. Mm. Mm. But oh, oh, my collagen. I forgot to take it, and I already ran out of water. I mean tea, and I had to take a hot flash medicine. Oh boy! And you know what I found out, right? It's not the menopause that's giving me the hot flashes. It's my bipolar medicine. Yeah, my doctor didn't want to tell me, because when I complain about them hot flashes, he just sits there and he looks at me. I'm gonna the next time he do a visit with me, I'm gonna say, you and I got a problem, right? He's gonna be like, "What is Miss Johnson? What's the matter?" I'm gonna say, "You know where them hot flashes was coming from? That's been killing me all these years. You know how I'm researching, right?" And he's gonna laugh. Yes, I love my psychiatrist and my therapist too. Mm-mm. If you don't have one of these little freezers, you need one, because they are. They're very good to have, especially if you have a long apartment. You don't want to walk way down yonder. Mm-mm. Mm. My neighbor collects bottles, so I put the bottle on the door to keep me from putting it in the garbage can. I'm going to call it a night for you guys, not for me. Thank you once again for visiting my space. And hopefully I'll be back sometime tomorrow with my a ground beef meal. But it is time to get into here and to turn on Elsbeth on Paramount. She is she's a dingbat. I love her.